Hello, my name is Cedric Whitfield, and I will be conducting a speech from the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His famous speech was, "I have a dream." So, here we go. 50 years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadows we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation. This monument decree came as a great light hope for a million of Negro slaves who had been searched in the flames of withering injustice. It came joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. Not free. 100 years later, the life of a Negro is still sadly crippled by the immense miracles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negroes lived on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later, the Negro is still languished in the corners of America's society and finds himself in the exile of his own land. Yes. And so, we come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our national capital to cash a check. When the architect of our republic wrote the magnificent words of this Constitution and the Declaration of this Independence, they were signing a promissory note to which every American was to fall adhered to. This note was a promise to all men, yes, black men as well as white men, would be guaranteed the unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned. Instead of honoring this sacrificed obligation, America has given the Negroes people a bad check. A check which has come back to mark insignificant funds. But we refuse to believe that the Bank of Justice is bankrupt. We refuse to believe that there are insignificant funds in the great vows of opportunity of this nation. And so we come to cash this check, a check that gives us, upon demands, the riches of freedom, and yes, the security of justice. We have also come to hollow out the spots to remind America to the fierce urgency of now, This is no time to engage in the luxuries of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of Guadalupe. Now is the time to make the real promissory democracy.